Louisville, Kentucky, once considered a sanctuary city, is now reversing course. Following a warning from the U.S. Department of Justice, city officials have dropped their long-standing policy of refusing ICE detainer requests. The decision marks a significant shift in how local jails will handle undocumented individuals flagged for removal. This change comes as part of a broader federal effort to enforce immigration laws nationwide. And in Louisville's case, the message was clear: comply with federal law or face the consequences. This isn't just a policy update. It's part of a coordinated crackdown unfolding across multiple states. In this report, we'll break down what led to the DOJ's warning, what Louisville changed, and why this move could impact immigration enforcement in other sanctuary cities. Before we continue, if you'd like regular updates on immigration policy, enforcement actions, and government decisions, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Let's dive in. For years, Louisville, Kentucky operated under policies that made it functionally a sanctuary city, though it was never officially labeled one under federal law. At the center of this was a policy adopted in 2017 by the Louisville Metro Department of Corrections, LMDC. Under this policy, local jail officials stopped honoring ICE detainer requests, meaning they would not hold individuals past their scheduled release just because ICE requested it. This policy was intended to protect the rights of non-citizens and avoid potential legal challenges, especially after federal courts questioned the constitutionality of detaining someone without a judicial warrant. The city also made it clear that local police, LMPD, would not ask about immigration status or cooperate directly with federal immigration enforcement unless required by law. At the time, local leaders argued this policy helped build trust between immigrant communities and law enforcement, encouraging victims and witnesses to come forward without fear of deportation. However, this policy also put the city at odds with federal immigration law, particularly under more enforcement-heavy administrations. Critics, including former Trump officials and Republican lawmakers, accused Louisville of harboring undocumented individuals with criminal records by refusing to hand them over to ICE. Fast forward to 2025. Under the renewed immigration enforcement push from the Trump administration, the Department of Justice issued a formal warning to Louisville. In a June 25 letter, the DOJ told the city that its jail detainer policy violated federal immigration law and could put federal grant money at risk. The DOJ's stance was clear: cities cannot refuse to cooperate with ICE detainers when dealing with individuals in criminal custody. If they do, they risk lawsuits or loss of funding. Facing this pressure, and with the threat of being cut off from federal support, Louisville's Mayor Craig Greenberg made the decision to reverse course. Now that Louisville has dropped its sanctuary-style policy and agreed to honor ICE detainer requests, ICE's enforcement power in the city has significantly expanded, especially within the jail system. With the policy change, Louisville Metro Corrections will once again hold individuals in custody for up to 48 hours after their scheduled release, if ICE issues a detainer request. This gives ICE a critical window to take custody of undocumented individuals who were arrested on local charges but are also flagged for immigration violations. Before the reversal, jail staff would release individuals as soon as their sentence or bail time ended, even if ICE had sent a detainer, meaning ICE had to wait outside jails or try to locate them later. Now, ICE agents can legally and more easily pick up detainees directly from jail without needing a criminal warrant or having to chase them in the community. This change reduces the risk of missed pickups and allows for more efficient removals of those already flagged for deportation. It also means deportation flights from the region may increase, especially for individuals with criminal convictions. While local police, LMPD, are still not acting as immigration officers, this jail-level cooperation gives ICE a renewed foothold in the city's enforcement pipeline and positions Louisville as a model for how the DOJ may expect other cities to respond. The public and political reaction to Louisville's policy reversal has been deeply divided, reflecting the broader national split on immigration enforcement. On one side, immigrant rights groups and community activists have condemned the decision, warning it will create distrust among immigrant families in the city. They argue that cooperating with ICE detainers, especially without a judicial warrant, undermines civil rights and could lead to the wrongful detention of individuals who haven't been convicted of serious crimes. Local advocacy organizations have also expressed concern that this move will discourage immigrants from reporting crimes or cooperating with police, fearing they might end up in ICE custody. On the other side, conservative groups have praised the reversal as a step toward restoring law and order. They see it as a necessary correction after years of what they consider soft policies that allowed undocumented individuals to avoid deportation, even after criminal arrests. Some Republican officials have even called for similar DOJ action in other sanctuary cities, using Louisville as proof that federal pressure works. Meanwhile, Mayor Craig Greenberg has tried to position the change as a legal obligation rather than a political stance, stating that it applies only to individuals already in jail and that Louisville's police will not engage in broader immigration enforcement. Still, the mayor's move has drawn criticism from progressive circles, while also failing to fully satisfy critics who want tougher measures. Overall, the policy shift has sparked renewed debate over the balance between public safety, federal law, and immigrant protections, and it's likely that the backlash, especially from local communities and national advocacy groups, will continue in the weeks ahead. Louisville's decision to reverse its sanctuary-style policy under federal pressure could trigger a nationwide ripple effect, especially as the Department of Justice ramps up enforcement efforts under the Trump administration. Now that one city has complied, the DOJ may begin issuing similar warnings to other sanctuary jurisdictions, including major cities like Chicago, San Francisco, New York, and smaller counties with jail policies limiting cooperation with ICE. Local leaders in those areas may soon face the same dilemma: either change their policies or risk losing federal funding and facing possible legal action. If some cities resist, it could lead to court challenges, reigniting long-standing legal battles over whether local governments can refuse ICE detainer requests without judicial warrants. Let us know what you think. Was Louisville right to reverse its policy, or should cities have the freedom to make their own decisions when it comes to immigration enforcement? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video informative, make sure to give it a like and share it with others who are following immigration updates closely. We cover updates like this every day. From deportation policies to federal enforcement changes. So if you want to stay informed, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.